space breakthroughs. In a week's time, the world will mark the anniversary of the first ever space walk carried out by a Soviet cosmonaut. We've got special coverage lined up for you here on RT International.
On March 18th, 1965, the planet watched breathlessly as one man took his first steps into open space.
Massive strike is underway in Berlin. Teachers, doctors, police officers and other public sector workers are on the streets today demanding better wages. Around 15,000 are expected to attend the rally in an attempt to ramp up the pressure ahead of upcoming negotiations between the government and labour unions. RT's Lizzie Phelan is with the marchers.
In the German capital today, much of the public sector has come to a standstill as thousands of teachers, firemen and policemen have walked off the job. They're on strike demanding higher wages. What they're asking for is a 5.5% pay rise or at least €175 a month.
It's not fair that a few teachers don't earn the same money as the others do, even though everybody's doing the same job.
Now, they were made an offer a few months ago, which they say would have raised their wages, but the money would have come out of their pensions. And they rejected that, saying that the German government does have enough money to invest in education. Now, more talks are scheduled for tomorrow, but if they fall through, then the people on strike today say that they are prepared for a long fight. Lizzie Phelan for RT in Berlin.
Well, meantime, while Europe's biggest economy figures out how to satisfy its workers, Europe's most indebted one has worked out how to claim more cash from Berlin. Greece is now trying to chase Germany for compensation for the Nazi occupation during the Second World War. The Prime Minister in Athens accuses Berlin of using legal tricks, as he put it, to get around repaying the reparations. I spoke to Yanis Bournos. He's a member of the Greek ruling Syriza party. He told me that Germany should stick to its obligations just as Greece has done.
The new Greek government is the only Greek government that has, let's say, under brackets, dared to put this painful historical matter into public dialogue. This demand of the Greek parliament and the Greek government, with our negotiations for what was used to be called the bailout of Greece, our European partners and the German government should take into consideration that Greece is committed to serve its obligations. So it's now time for also the other sides to act in the same manner.
Elsewhere around the world today, Islamic State's released a video apparently showing a young boy executing a prisoner. We've decided not to broadcast any part of that, but the video does show a 19-year-old reported to be an Israeli Arab from East Jerusalem admitting to spying for Israeli intelligence before then being killed. It's the second time the extremists have publicly shown children as apparent executioners. Up to 100 people have gathered outside Madison City Hall in the US state of Wisconsin to protest against the building of a new prison. Tensions in the city have been really high after an officer shot dead an unarmed mixed-race teenager. The demonstrators say they're against police racial profiling. They also want more money to be allocated to mental health resources instead of the jail. Now, take a look at these pictures. This is a story of how nerves of steel can stop a criminal in his tracks. The UK police have released this video showing an armed man demanding money from a Eurochange office employee, but the woman seems unfazed pretty much by the rifle, and the attacker leaves empty-handed. That video was released in a bid to identify the failed thief. Talking of guns, completely different use for it this time. If you get stuck in the wild and fancy some bacon, as you do, forget the grill and grab a gun. This is Dustin Ellerman. He's an American competitive shooter who can use his skills to cook breakfast. Here's how he does it. He puts the slices onto the rifle silencer, very tasty, wraps it in foil, and then just fires off his M16. Keeps on going until the meat is cooked to a crisp. As you can see, where are the eggs? The shooting chef certainly seems pleased with his results. Ew. Thanks for choosing RT International. We always appreciate it. We know there's a lot of choice out there, so that's why we like it all the more. Stand by for Boom Bust after the break, looking today at loopholes in internet privacy and the future prospects of digital media.